The first competition of the night is Monster Jam JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seeded into the bracket based on a random draw. So, coming up first, these Monster Jam superstars will race head-to-head with the fastest 4 winners advancing to the semifinal round. So, Milwaukee, who's ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing?
Kicking things off, here to get a little crazy, it's Fernando Martinez, Team El Toro Loco. He'll be facing off against Team JCB Digatron's Tony Oates. Both competitors approaching the line, focusing their attention on the race lights. Let's go green! Your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Take a look at that super glued to the action replay. These two have actually gone head-to-head 4 times prior to this race. And it was actually JCB Digatron who was 3-1 favored to win this race. But alas, your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. We're going to continue on with our next matchup. Our next 2 competitors down there on the track, ready to face off. This is their first time actually facing off against one another here in the 2026 season. She's the rookie this season, pulling up to the line, Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. Get those Megalodon jaws out for Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Your winner, Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Super glued to the action replay up there right now. Again, that was their first time facing off head-to-head in the JCB Racing competition. Michaela Telechka taking that win and will face off against Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. We still have 2 more round 1 races to go before we can complete that semifinal bracket. Pulling up to the line is our next competitor, your hometown guy from right here in Wisconsin. It's Brandon Telechka, Zombie. Facing off against the competitor who took his very first career JCB Racing win just a few hours ago. It's Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher. Milwaukee, we got to kick that one up to the super glued to the action replay. Slow it down just a little bit to see whose BKT tires cross the finish line first. It is Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher. Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher, finding his stride here in the JCB Racing competition, and we'll be moving on once again to the semifinals. Our final matchup in round 1 of JCB Racing has Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. Facing off against Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Weston Anderson and Gravedigger has Brianna Mahan 2-0 so far in the 2026 season. Will that change right now? Anderson, Gravedigger. Super glue to the action replay. Both of these veteran competitors have faced off many times against one another over the last 2 to 3 seasons, actually. They are both really strong competitors, but alas, that final spot in the semifinals goes to the black and green wrecking machine. Weston Anderson representing Team Gravedigger.
This is the Monster Jam JCB Racing semi-final round. The fastest 4 drivers of the event have advanced to this round, and the winners will continue on to the finals, where they will compete for the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. So Milwaukee, are you ready for more Monster Jam JCB Racing?
Round 1 of the semifinals has the Crazy Bull celebrating 25 years. Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco facing off against the gal from right here in Wisconsin, Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. All right, Milwaukee, you got Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco claiming his spot in the JCB Racing Finals. Now, the only question here is who will join him. Right now on the track, you have 2 competitors, and this is actually a rematch from the JCB Racing Finals just a few hours ago. You have 2 second-generation drivers ready to go head-to-head. Weston Anderson, the black and green wrecking machine, and Gravedigger, Chucky Pauken behind the wheel of Classroom Crusher. Who's going to take the win and go to the JCB Racing Finals? And that winner is Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Milwaukee, this is the JCB Racing final round. The winner of this race takes the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. So, are you ready to meet your racing finals contenders?
Hailing from Rialto, California, the 2025 Entertainer of the Year and a graduate of Monster Jam University, celebrating 25 years of the Crazy Bull. It's Fernando Martinez, Team El Toro Loco. And from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, the 4-time undefeated Arena Series champion, behind the wheel of the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Waiting on word right now from our Monster Jam officials. Super glued to the action replay. So, okay, Monster Jam fans, I'm going to explain this for a second. So, you did see technically El Toro Loco's Fernando Martinez cross the finish line first. However, if you look down there on the track, you can see a turn cone that was pushed out of bounds. So when this happens, often a driver is disqualified. And I believe that's what we're seeing here because that turn cone was kicked out of bounds for Fernando Martinez in El Toro Loco. It does mean that, in fact, Weston Anderson in Gravedigger is walking away as your JCB Racing winner. You can see him down there on the track after kind of beating up that turn cone a little bit. Noah Bakken joining him. All right, David, let's get the story.
Weston Anderson getting the first 8 points of this event, winning JCB Racing. You and Fernando have been going at it almost all the time here in the racing. You got the best of him this time.
You know, I knew I had to cut a clean lap. He flipped racing me earlier, and I know that anytime me and him get on the line together, we get in each other's heads. So all I had in my mind, clean lap. Hopefully Fernando messes up, and right there, man, that last turn got him. I hate to win by default like that, but it was a good race, and I'll take the win when I can.
A win is a win. Now the people of Milwaukee are going to get ready for the two-wheel skills competition. Weston, you're one of the best here in the combos when it comes to that competition. What are you thinking?
Man, I'm going to come out here try and wow the fans as much as I can. Everybody calls it the two-wheel skills competition. I like coming out here and balancing that truck on one tire. So, Milwaukee, if you guys want to see a 12,000-pound truck balance on one tire, I need you guys to make some noise because that's coming up next.
There it is. Keep it going. Team Gravedigger.
Solid first attempt from Tony Oaks. JCB Digatron puts it on the nose, kicks it into reverse with the moonwalk up that ramp, and then flicks it on those back BKT tires with a nice combo. One attempt down, one to go.
For Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. It is time to score for the first time here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania tonight. Open up those phones, go to judgeszone.com, scan the QR code, it takes you straight there. You have 5 seconds left to cast your scores.
Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron setting the bar for his fellow competitors with those combo moves there. That second one showed a lot of finesse and great control. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. A 7.415 for Tony Oaks, team JCB Digatron. So that's going to be the score debate here in the two-wheel skills challenge. You know, you heard David talk earlier about the fact that team JCB Digatron was working super hard behind the scenes in between events because there were issues both with the Monster Jam truck and the FMX bike, but they are back with a vengeance. Continuing on with our next competitor, here to throw a little sparkle on the track, it's Kylie Kent, team Sparkle Smash. Kylie Kent, one attempt down, one to go. That first one was an attempted sky wheelie, lining up once again, fully square with those BKT tires.
Make some noise for Kylie Kent's Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. If you haven't joined in the scoring, you still got time, about 10 seconds remaining. Scan the QR code, it takes you straight there, 5 seconds left.
We got the two sky wheelies, courtesy of Kylie Kent in Sparkle Smash. That second one definitely had a little bit more of that pop, a little bit more of that gusto that we're looking for. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. A 4.833, 4.833. So that's going to put her currently in second place in our two-wheel skills challenge.
Milwaukee, get loud. It's time for Zombies two-wheel skills.
Brandon Telechka gets the stop. He walks it forward, gets the rebound off the back BKT tires, back onto the nose wheelie, walking it front and back right now. Seeing if he can kick it into reverse for that moonwalk up the ramp, and that'll do. Oh no, it's still going with the rebound once again. 3 in a row for Brandon Telechka, Team Zombie. That was all one attempt. He does have one attempt remaining in the two-wheel skills challenge. Nice popper. Finds that balancing point. 12,000 pounds of that Monster Jam truck in the Zombie handstand right now. If you were looking really closely, he was digging the front of that truck into the dirt. Nice finesse on the dismount. Put your hands together for Brandon Telechka, Team Zombie. And then head on over to judgeszone.com. Let us know what you guys thought of that one. Really nice control for both of those, especially that first one. It kind of kept you on the edge of your seat for a second. Super glued to the action replay of that second attempt with that popper into the Zombie handstand. Close-up of him. You can actually see our drivers anytime that they are in that nose wheelie position. All they're looking at is the dirt, all right? So they have to really have their bearings about them in order to find that balancing point. Let's see what you guys thought. Remember, right now the score to beat is JCB Digatron with a 7.415. All right, the score for Zombie is 8.492, which means we got a new leader and a new score to beat here in the two-wheel skills challenge.
All right, well, we got Thomas and Christopher here in the stands, and they're gonna help us bring out the next Monster Jam driver, who is Fernando Martinez.
El Toro Loco.
That's right, Milwaukee, put those horns up. Puts it on the nose, kicks it on the back. BKT Tires tries for the combo back onto the nose. Wasn't quite able to get the vertical positioning, but he does have one attempt remaining in the two-wheel skills challenge. Gets the popper on those front BKT tires, finds that balancing point. Walking it forward. Shifting the weight to one BKT tire. One BKT tire back down the ramp.
That's right. Put those horns up and make some noise for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. And with that, it is time to score, Milwaukee. FYI, once you scan the QR code, you don't need to scan it again. Just wait for it to finish tabulating and then lock in your next score.
So now is your time to compare, Monster Jam fans. In your opinion, was that a better presentation than that of your current leader, Brandon Toluchka in Zombie, who has that 8.492? We're going to find out. Scores are locked in. The score for El Toro Loco is 8.425. So close, but good enough for second place for the driver of the Crazy Bull. Still currently in the lead, Brandon Toluchka in Zombie with an 8.492 with 4 competitors remaining. Up next, representing the black and green wrecking machine, your 2022 Rookie of the Year, Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Nice popper, finds that balancing point, pivots the Monster Jam truck down the side of the ramp for attempt number 1. Gets the combo on the back BKT tires. Balancing. He's just hanging out there waving to you, Monster Jam fans. Shut that Monster Jam truck off. Puts it back on to continue with the run. Tries to pop it back up into the popper off of the ramp. We call him the king of combos, and we're seeing it in the flesh right now. Down the ramp, walks it forward, impeccable control. Is he going for the moonwalk? Trying to continue the combination. And that'll do it for Weston Anderson.
Straight into the parking spot. Come on, Milwaukee, make some noise for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Let's get those scores in, everybody at judgeszone.com. Turn those screens into scores. He's telling you to slide the BKT tire up. Lock it in with 5 seconds remaining.
A lot of finesse and creativity there from Weston Anderson and Gravedigger with those combination moves. But the question is, was it enough? Remember, score to beat is Zombie 8.492. The score for Gravedigger is 9.249. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Coming up next, your 2024 Fan Favorite Driver of the Year, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. A live shot of her in that Monster Jam truck as she makes her way onto the track to compete in the two-wheel skills challenge. Little Bailey Circuit joining her on the track right now to cheer her on, and maybe we're gonna see Bailey Circuit go into, there we go, Bailey Circuit, Brianna Mahan with those nose wheelies, balancing on those front BKT tires, shifting the weight of that Monster Jam truck right now. Bringing it back to center, kicks it back down for attempt number 1.
Milwaukee, get loud for Brianna Mahan, wrangling Bailey Circuit. Time to score at judgeszone.com. Go ahead and open up those smartphones. Let us know what you thought at judgeszone.com.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. I think little Bailey Circuit's having a lot of fun down there. She's rolling over, doing all fun things. There she is, Milwaukee. Put your hands together for Brianna Mahan, wrangling Bailey Circuit. And take a look at the video board because scores are locked in. An 8.034 for wrangling Bailey Circuit's Brianna Mahan. Good for currently 4th place in our two-wheel skills challenge with 2 competitors remain. Get those Megalodon jaws out for Michaela Telechka. Megalodon. Back-to-back poppers from Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. Keeping you on your toes for that final one right there.
Put those fins up, Milwaukee, for Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
All right, Monster Jam fans, we just saw, 2 back-to-back poppers. You can see it up there on that super glue. Glued to the action replay right now. Some really nice control. Earlier today, she actually ended up rolling over, made some adjustments here with the momentum and kind of finding that balance between the momentum and the control in order to successfully land those poppers. Let's see how that translates into scores. A 6.979 for Michaela Telechka in Megalodon. So that's going to put her currently in 6th place. But right now standing by, I do want to bring in David Mila because we are hearing that there were some issues with Team Classroom Crushers Chucky Pawkins Monster Jam truck. So David, what's going on behind the scenes right now?
That's right, Christina. Right now, so Chucky Pawkin and Classroom Crusher are dealing with a little technical issues in the pits that's technically with the engine. So they're checking that engine. I can break down exactly what's happening, but I have to run down into the pits so I can give you more updates. But it seems as if right now Chucky is going to be able to come out for his 2-wheel hit. I'm getting update on that. So let's go and let's get loud for Chucky Pawkin, Classroom Crusher.
Attempted popper from Chucky Pocket in Team Classroom Crusher. There are issues with that Monster Jam truck right now. He's not able to get the full power of that 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck. We're gonna see if he's able, nope, we're getting word from our Monster Jam officials he's not able to refire. So that will do it for Chucky Pocket. He does qualify for a score though. So Monster Jam fans, scan that QR code. Let him know what you thought. Again, he is having some issues with that Monster Jam truck. He had an amazing first event. He's getting out right now, taking a look at it. He actually works on these Monster Jam trucks as well behind the scenes. So during halftime, I'm sure he's going to take a look at exactly what's going on, and David Mila will give us the update with Team Classroom Crusher. But right now, let's take it up to the video board. Let's see what you guys scored at Chucky Pocket, Team Classroom Crusher. Couple more seconds. Let's focus our attention up there on the video board. Getting word of 4.334 for Chucky Pocket in Team Classroom Crusher. That means the winner of the two-wheel skills challenge, the black and green wrecking machine, Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. So Monster Jam fans, a perfect first half of Monster Jam so far. For Team Gravedigger, number 4 on the year with the two-wheel skills challenge win. David, let's chat with them.
Number 4 of the year, Weston Anderson, deja vu. We were just up here, boys, and now look at us again, Weston. How did you pull that off?
Man, it's so tough out here. Fernando Martinez, he is an insane driver on 2 wheels, and now he's even out here on 1. Tony Oaks, JCB, such a great driver on 2 wheels, but we had to persevere. I knew I had to pick it up after getting handed that racing win earlier, and I had to use every inch of this track out here to do that, man. I was pulling all the cards I had in my pocket, and the fans loved it. I love you guys.
Noah, of course, Noah Bakken, he is hotter than hot, man. He's really on fire. So let's see if he can keep that momentum going. What do you think, Weston?
I know he can. Noah, you're going to go out here, Noah. I want you guys to pay attention to him whenever he does his trick. He's the only dude on a FMX bike that's going to throw a combo, and I think you guys are going to love it. So I want you guys to make some noise if you're ready for some FMX.
Let's go, Milwaukee! Team Gravedigger!
So Monster Jam fans, I do want to take a moment to just acknowledge what happened. We are getting word that Greg Duffy in Ringling Bailey Circuit will not be able to compete in this phase of the competition, but I do want to take a moment because, again, every one of our competitors, they come out here to put their best foot forward. Safety is the #1 priority, so for safety reasons, he will not be competing. I do want to take this moment, though, to please acknowledge him. He can hear you in the back, so please put your hands together for Greg Duffy, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. You can see down there on the track all of our competitors, all of our riders showing such camaraderie, cheering him on as well. David, I see you down there on the track. I think it is time to officially open the competition.
That's right, Christina. It is now time, Milwaukee. We're going to need all of you to get into this. Get on judgeszone.com. After each jump, you're going to have 20 seconds. It is now time for the FMX Upright Trick Competition. What that means is these riders have a plethora of tricks they can choose from. They can choose anything but a backflip. We're going to save that for later. So right now, it is just an upright trick competition. So I want to make sure that everything is good to go. But Christina, I know that we have a lot going on. Our FMX competitors are ready to go to gain some valuable points. We keep talking about the teamwork aspect here at Freestyle Mania. So hopefully they can keep this going here as well.
And Dave, you know, we talk about all the time how safety truly is the #1 priority. So we do want to make sure that we are pausing and taking stock into how that FMX ramp is, both the takeoff ramp and the landing ramp. And we are getting word now that we are a go and able to safely move forward with the best upright trick competition. Kicking things off, he's the coolest kid in class. It's Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Drew Slough, the youngest competitor here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, piloting the Kawasaki 450 bike.
hands together for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Go ahead and score now at judgeszone.com. This is gonna happen the same way that you do your Monster Jam drivers, all right? Go to judgeszone.com. You got 5 seconds left to lock it in.
You just saw that super glue glued to the action replay. Let's see what you guys thought of Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. A 7.651, so that's gonna be the score to beat here in the best upright trick competition. Continuing on with our next competitor, it's Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken is on a hot streak right now. He's won the last 4 best upright trick competition wins. Can he continue on right now? It all comes down to this. He's getting set up with that Monster Jam Freestyle Mania bike. Coming down the ramp. Let's see what he has in store.
Get loud and make some noise for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. Christina, I heard a big ooh as he soared through the air, so it's time to find out if those scores are giving ooh.
That's right, Taylor. The heel clicker cliffhanger combo right there. Everything happens in a split second, so it does take a lot of courage, a lot of agility right there to seamlessly go from one of those tricks, again, that heel clicker right into the cliffhanger. Let's see how that translates into score. Score to beat Classroom Crusher, 7.651. The score for Gravedigger is an 8.533, new leader, new score to beat. Coming up next, let's get those Megalodon jaws going for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Scott Murray is our most seasoned veteran rider here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. He got his start with Monster Jam in 2003. This is actually his first time back on a full series with us in 20 years, and he has been dominating both phases of the competition. Put your hands together for him as he comes down the ramp.
Put those fins in the air and get loud for Scott Murray, Megalodon. Get those scores in at judgeszone.com. Milwaukee, what you think?
With the KOD, one of the most difficult tricks to do here in Freestyle Mania. The bike drops down in a vertical position. The rider goes up in almost that handstand-like position, holding on to the handlebars. Let's see what you guys thought in comparison to that of Gravedigger and 8.533, the score to beat. The score for Scott Murray is 8.662. 8.662. First place currently for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. It's time to get a little crazy because coming up next, it's AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco. I've deemed him Mr. Consistency here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. His teammate Fernando Martinez is actually up here at the desk with us with a nice bird's eye view, cheering him on as he gets set for his very first trick. Let's see what he has in store for all of you Monster Jam fans.
Put those horns up and make some noise for AJ Roseborough, El Toro Loco. All right, Fernando Martinez, that's your teammate down there. That was a pretty awesome trick, but you've got the bird's eye view. What'd you think?
I could tell he was going to get pretty rowdy by the way he was drifting down and up and down the track. Dude, a Superman, I can't even imagine letting go of the steering wheel of my truck, let alone letting go of the handlebars of the FMX bike. AJ, you're one crazy dude.
One crazy dude indeed. But the question is, was it enough to jump to the top of the leaderboard? Right now in the lead, Scott Murray and Megalodon at 8.662. The score for AJ Roseborough is 8.850. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Up next is TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. TJ Tiffany quite literally rebuilt that FMX bike between the earlier event and tonight. And here he is showing that perseverance, determination is key. Hard work behind the scenes. Let's cheer him on.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise for TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. Christina, it's beautiful when we see moments like this. We know TJ was working so hard to get his bike in perfect condition, and then he still nailed the rock solid. Can't wait to see these scores.
Absolutely. Let's see, guys. All right, El Toro Loco, the 8.850 is a score to beat with that Superman, the double seat grab. JCB Digatron with the rock solid. The score for TJ Tiffany is 9.117. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Coming up next, here to Sparkle Smash the competition, it's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Cam Sepulveda made his professional debut in 2023, his Monster Jam debut in 2024. He's been rocking and rolling with Team Sparkle Smash, fully embracing all the glitter, all the pink, and having a great time with Kylie Ken, his teammate.
Make some noise for Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. You got a score at judgeszone.com. Remember, you only have 20 seconds, and with our FMX riders, it goes by even quicker. As soon as they hit the landing bag, you lock in those scores.
Taylor, there was a slight hesitation on that, but ultimately he went with the one-handed Indy, one hand on the seat, the other on the handlebars, and then you extend your body and kind of extend both of your legs before bringing the bike back to your body and on that FMX safety bag. A 7.393, 7.393 for Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. One more competitor remains in the best upright trick competition. You guys know what to do when that music plays. Let me see those zombie arms for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Piloting the Kawasaki 450 this season, he hails from Lake Elsinore, California. He's a little bit of an agility drunkie, loves some adrenaline here at Monster Jam, and is perfectly paired with Brandon Toluchka behind the wheel of the Monster Jam truck Zombie.
We got a big reaction for that one, so let's see if we can get it again. Give me your biggest zombie roar for Chandler Hyder, Zombie. And now give me your best zombie scores. You like that?
I do like that one, Taylor. That was a good one. So that was a variation on a bar hop. So what he does, he actually fully extends his left leg over the bar. He holds onto the handlebars. You do see a nice curvature and an arch of his back, showcasing that really great flexibility. So let's see what you guys thought. Scores are locked in. The score for Zombie is 8.967, really solid score that's going to put him in second place, his highest placement of the season so far. But that means the winner of the of the best upright trick competition, TJ Tiffany, Team JCB Digatron. His first win of the year. Talk about redemption right here, because he literally built a bike from scratch in record time and came out here on the track. David Mila standing by with his teammate. We got Tony Oaks right now. Let's get that reaction, David.
I'm here with Tony Oaks. Valuable points coming from TJ Tiffany, his very first FMX win of Freestyle Mania. Tony, this is really big for the overall standings.
You know, TJ's been battling hard for a win all season long. Been second place. Finally got that first place. You know what? Well deserved, because TJ had to let his dirt bike fly earlier today and totally destroyed the whole right side of that engine. He worked so hard to First of all, source a new dirt bike, pull that engine apart, put his engine back together, all within the last 3 hours, and here we are on top. Great job, TJ.
Excellent work, TJ, and let's see where that leaves JCB Digatron on the overall standings right here on the big video board. Team Gravedigger is still in the lead with 20 points. Team El Toro Loco, 19. Team Zombie with 16. And right there, Team JCB Digatron with 14 after that victory from TJ. Team Megalodon with 12. Classroom Crusher with 8. Team Ringling Bailey Circuit 7. And Sparkle Smash with 6. Here we go, Milwaukee. We're gonna need your energy to keep this thing going. Let me see, do you guys wanna see some more? That's what I'm talking about. Pfizer Forum, it is now time for the FMX Best Trick. Anything goes. We're talking backflips, combination backflips, and whatever these crazy guys can come up with. Remember, judgeszone.com is the place to go. 20 seconds after each jump. I need you to get loud. Here we go, Milwaukee. Are you ready for the FMX Best Trick?
Ready to throw some glitter in the air like he just doesn't care. It's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. I told you, Milwaukee. We got the sparkle, we got the glitter, we got the confetti. Compliments of Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Looking to secure his very first Best Trick win of the season. He's going to be setting the bar for his fellow competitors here, coming down the ramp.
Monster Jam fans, I know you're on the edge of your seat, but let it go. And then put your hands together, because that was Cam Sepulveda's Sparkle Smash.
With the super flip, you can see it on that super glue to the action replay. During the rotation, that backflip, you actually see his punch out both of his legs into almost like a Superman-like position. We're looking for the kind of that plank, so the body and the bike kind of line up like an equal sign when he does that. So let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. 9.044. I think that's the highest score we've seen from a first competitor out the gate in the Best Trick competition. These riders are going to have their work cut out for them for the rest of the competition. Ding, ding, ding. It's time for recess. Put your hands together for Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Hailing from Eagle, Colorado, he made his Monster Jam debut in 2025. Our youngest competitor here, part of the youngest team with Chucky Pocket in Classroom Crusher.
Make some noise for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Scores are open once again at judgeszone.com. Christina, I got a funny feeling we're going to get backflip variation after backflip variation, so on, so on, so on.
I am tempted to agree with you, Taylor, with that heel clicker backflip. Impressive stuff from Drew Slough. But the question is, did you guys think that was a better presentation than that of Sparkle Smash's Cam Sepulveda, who has the 9.044? The score for Drew Slough is 8.543. That's going to put him currently in second place. 8.543. Coming up next, come on, can you dig it? It's TJ Tiffany, JCB Digatron. Looking to carry the momentum into the Best Trick competition. Because just a couple of moments ago, you did witness him win the Best Upright Trick competition that with that amazing rock solid. And that's the wonderful thing about Freestyle Mania, okay? So we do know Tony Oaks and JCB Digatron is out of the competition, but his teammate is making up for that by taking the win, keeping them in contention on the BKT overall event leaderboard. So truly, when we say teamwork makes the dream work here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, we mean it. Let's hear it for TJ Tiffany, Team JCB Digatron. Tony, did you just dab back there? All right, I see you. Super glue to the action replay with that knack flip. So as he does the backflip, he releases his back leg, kind of crosses it over his body. He does twist his hips ever so slightly before bringing them back to center and landing on that FMX bike. Let's see how that translates into scores. Let's take it up to the video board. A 7.835, a 7.835. So that's going to put him currently in third place in the FMX Best Trick competition. Up next, that black and green wrecking machine, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. From Brooks, Minnesota, he made his Monster Jam debut just last year, as I mentioned earlier, in 2025. He's piloting the Yamaha 450 bike this year. He's proving himself a really strong competitor and a great teammate to Weston Anderson in Team Gravedigger. All right, put your hands together for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Weston, I don't know what that is. What are you doing? Do it again, Weston, do it again. All right, Noah Bakken with the smooth backflip at the very end. As he was finishing that rotation, you could actually see him slightly release his feet right there from the pedals before bringing them back down to center and landing that backflip. Let's take it up to the video board. Let's see what you guys thought of Noah Bakken and Team Gravedigger. A 7.809, so that's going to put him currently in fourth place in the Best Trick competition. Coming up next, it's time for those Megalodon jaws with Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. All right, we got the Megalodon cam up there. I want to see those shark jaws from everybody here in the Pfizer Forum. If you guys want to be on camera, we got to see those shark jaws in action. There we go on the Meg cam. As Scott Murray makes his way around the track, looking to maintain his undefeated record in the Best Trick competition with his signature KOD flip. Can he do it? We're going to have to wait and see as he comes down the ramp. Put your hands together for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. The signature KOD flip, courtesy of our veteran rider. Look at this one. He kicks his legs out, finishes the rotation, brings his body back to center, hooks onto the pedals, and then lands safely on that FMX safety bag. All right, was it enough? Remember, we've had Cam Sepulveda holding on to the top spot since the first competitor out the gate with a 9.044. The score for Scott Murray is 9.452. 9.452. New leader, new score to beat. All right, Monster Jam fans, get those zombie arms moving for our next competitor, Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Chandler Hyder looking for his first win of the season as he gets set up with the ramp. Giving himself a moment to get centered on that Kawasaki 450. With the backflip, put your hands together for Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. And then head on over to judgeszone.com. Slide that BKT tire up or down, click submit. Super glue to the action replay. We did see a similar backflip from that of Noah Bakken. Oh my goodness, what's happening? All right, we got backflips in the back. Brandon Toluchka, Team Zombie, back-to-back backflips on the track, off the track. Team Zombie throwing it down. Scores are locked in. The score for Zombie is A 7.464. 7.464. So that's going to put him currently in 6th place in the competition. But right now, we got somebody extra special hanging in the stands, ready to intro our final competitor.
Yeah, thanks, Christina. I'm up in the stands. We're in the El Toro Loco section, and you guys got to help me out. We got AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco! Good job. Give me some.
AJ Roseboro made his professional debut back in 2021. His Monster Jam debut just last year in 2025. He actually even spent years overseas competing as well. All right, Monster Jam fans, put your hands together for AJ Roseboro, El Toro Loco.
That was
All right,
crazy.
Fern, what'd you think about that one?
That was insane. He keeps letting go of the bike. I have zero idea why. That guy is sick in the head, but in the best way. That's why he's on Team El Toro Loco, baby. Good job, AJ.
Listen, you guys are called the Crazy Bull for a reason, Fern. All right, so we're rocking and rolling. Let's take it up to the video board. The score for El Toro Loco is...
Damn. That's okay. That's all right, AJ. You still killed it, man. Thank you, bro.
A 7.979. So 4th place for AJ Roseboro, but that means the winner of the best trick competition continuing on with his undefeated streak, Scott Murray, Team Megalodon.
But I know you Monster Jam fans don't want to see these FMX riders leave just yet, do you? Do you want more? Do you want more? All right. Well, then get those cameras ready. Take a sip of water, whatever you got to do, because we're going to cheer these riders on as they soar through the air, back to back. You're only going to get to witness this many riders flying through the air here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. So on the count of 3, Milwaukee, I want you to scream so loud I can't even hear the bikes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. These riders come from near, from far. They are some of the most talented in the business. One of them even built a bike here for you fans tonight. So we're gonna show them how much you appreciate it here in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, let me hear you scream!
Give it up one more time for the superstars of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, our incredible riders down there on the track. And a shout out to our winners down there right now. TJ Tiffany, the best upright trick winner of Team JCB Digatron. Scott Murray, Team Megalodon taking the win for their teams and adding additional points to their overall scores. I think I see David standing by right now with our winners. Michaela Tulechka running up the pod to support her teammate, Scott Murray. David, take it away.
That's right. I'm here with TJ Tiffany taking the best upright trick victory in the FMX portion. TJ, you overcame a lot to get this victory, man. You were working on this bike for hours in between events. This must feel really good.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing else like. I had the best of the best back there, the Monster Jam team, mechanics, everybody helping out. No joke. The second that I crashed the bike that show earlier, we have not stopped working on the bike until we came out here for opening ceremonies, and the bike ran great. Can't thank Scott enough for helping me to the very, very end. He hopped on the bike as fast as I did to come out here, and man, being up here, I'm stoked to get the win. First one of the year. Thank you guys so much.
Milwaukee, make some noise. TJ Tiffany, Team JCB Digatron. Now let's catch up with Scott Murray, joined by Michaela Teleschka. We got Team Megalodon in the house. Scott, yet another victory here for the best trick competition. It seems as if you're just going to take this all the way through the year, man.
You know, I hope so. These guys, these young bucks are bringing the heat every weekend, and you know, I'm so glad I get to be up here on the top of the box today. A friend of mine passed away 13 years ago on this day, and it means the absolute world to me. So today is for him. Caleb, I love you, and see you again someday.
Very well said, Scott. Make some noise, everybody. Scott Murray, Team Megalodon.
We have reached the pinnacle of the event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle.
Make some noise, Milwaukee, for Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash. JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds.
Team Sparkle Smash, Kylie Kent kicking things off. I heard the big wow from everybody here in the Pfizer Forum after that glitter and that confetti went out of that unicorn. We did get word right now that there are some issues with that Monster Jam truck. You noticed she was struggling throughout the freestyle run because there were issues with that rear steer. So the front steering and the rear steering are operated independently of one another. So there was that issue with the rear steer. You can see her motioning right there. That's the motion for the truck is broken. But let's see what you guys thought. A 6.211 for Kylie Kent in Team Sparkle Smash. So that's going to be the score to beat when it comes to Monster Jam Freestyle. We still got a lot more competition, though, coming your way. Coming up next, representing MK Motorsports, it's Michaela Teleschka, Team Megalodon.
Milwaukee, make some noise for Michaela Telechka Megalodon. And now let's make some scores, everybody. You know where to go. It's judgeszone.com.
A lot of great variety from Michaela Telechka and Megalodon there. That super glute to the action replay. We saw donuts, we saw nose wheelie, we saw some big air. Nice control with that moonwalk right up there on the video board. Really great control, but also a lot of aggression kind of built in there as well from Michaela Telechka and Megalodon. Scores are locked in. Score to beat is 6.211, which is Sparkle Smash. The score for Megalodon is a 7.698. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Coming up next, he's a second-generation driver making his way back onto the track. It's Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher.
From detention to honor roll, make some noise for Chucky Pauken, Classroom Crusher. Judgeszone.com, 20 seconds.
Drew Slough back there telling everybody to take notes. Take a look at that super glute to the action replay. Some epic air goes into that stoppie, finds that balancing point. All right, let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com for Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher. They're locked. Let's take it up to that video board. An 8.468. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Chucky Pauken, Team Classroom Crusher, jumps to the top of the leaderboard. So Monster Jam fans, I've talked about this throughout the event a little bit, but next week is National Girls and Women's in Sports Day. And this weekend, we've been celebrating all of the amazing women, both on and off the track here at Monster Jam. So let's get to know a little bit more about the Princess of Carnage herself, Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit.
We're celebrating National Girls and Women in Sports. I was born into a motorsports family. My mom grew up in a motocross family. My dad grew up racing as well. And they both, as a married couple, raced mud drag trucks. And so I was just born into it. By 3 years old, I was riding four-wheelers, snowmobiles, dirt bikes, all the things. And that just progressed over the years. I got really involved in motocross. I went professional in that. When that career ended, I tried dirt track racing and mini sprints and absolutely fell in love with that as well. And within that time frame, Monster Jam presented itself, and it was a dream I never knew I had. And here we are almost 12 years later, and I still love every single second of it. Being a mom in Monster Jam is just such a surreal feeling. It just makes me feel like the coolest person in the planet, and I get to be that role model for not only girls and females all around the world, but I get to be that role model for the moms who might have gave up their dreams to have kids or really just never thought that they could do the things they wanted to do. And I love to be able to be out here and show them that you can be a mom, but you can still do really awesome things. I am raising a very feral daughter who is absolutely in love with everything motorsports. She wants to ride her dirt bike every day. She wants to be, involved with Monster Jam. She learned how to walk and talk in these very hallways of every single arena that we go to. And, I just love that about Monster Jam, that it's such a family-friendly environment that, I get to bring my daughter with me to work, and she gets to grow up in this motorsport environment and fall in love with it too.
So we are here in the stands, and I've got a super cool girl group with me. We've got Aubrey, Finley, Declan. Now, girls, I gotta know, how does it feel watching that and knowing that you could be in the seat of a Monster Jam truck one day too?
Girls rule.
Girls rule. I love that. What do you girls think? You agree?
Yes. I think it's really inspiring that she's doing this, or that there's 3 female drivers in Monster Jam.
I agree. So what do you say? How about we introduce her and bring her out here on the track, all right? Monster Jam fans, get loud because it's time for Brianna Mahan in
Ringling Bailey Circuit!
All right, Milwaukee, 30 seconds left. She's slowing down. Looks like she's gonna line herself up with that Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. Little Bailey Circuit down there on the edge of her seat, cheering her on. 20 seconds remain. Hits it, flips it, lands it. 10 seconds left on the clock for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit with that Monster Jam freestyle run.
That was Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Let's get those scores in for the Princess of Carnage. You got about 5 seconds remaining.
From Morgan & Morgan backflips to hair flips, the Princess of Carnage. Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit, celebrating that one with Bailey Circuit herself down there on the track. Have a funny feeling these are going to be some stellar scores, so let's just take it up to the video board. 9.508. We got a new leader and a new score to beat. Once again, a 9.508 for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit, making those hearts alongside Bailey Circuit. Let's keep the energy going for our next competitor from Kewaunee, Wisconsin. I want to see those zombie arms in the air for Braden Telechka, Team Zombie. for Brandon Telechka, Team Zombie. He got caught at the very end right there, trying to get the sidewall save. Left about 35 seconds on the clock. Does qualify, though, for a score, so head on over to judgeszone.com. You can see the super glue to the action replay right now. We're going to get our JCB Dirt Squad out here to hook that Monster Jam truck and put it back on all 4 BKT tires. Let's see what you guys thought of that one. Scores are locked in, a 7.214. Fourth place currently for our Team Zombies, Brandon Telechka, here in the freestyle competition. Again, a huge shout out to our JCB Dirt Squad helping us out there, the official equipment partner of Monster Jam, getting that Zombie Monster Jam truck back on all 4 BKT tires. We're gonna give him an opportunity to see if he can fire that Monster Jam truck on his own to go back into the pits to be assessed by our UNOH technicians. Anytime there is a rollover of any kind, we do gotta make sure we take these Monster Jam trucks back into the pits, whether it is now or after the event, to completely do a safety check on it and make sure it is A-okay for tomorrow's event. Up there on the video board right now, the freestyle competition leaderboard. So with an incredible Morgan & Morgan backflip, you can see Brianna Mahan, the Princess of Carnage, representing Team Ringling Bailey Circuit, in the lead with a 9.508. 5 competitors down. Coming up next is a heavy hitter, though. You hear those bells, and they only mean one thing. Milwaukee! Who's ready for Gravedigger?
What a run! Let them hear you, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Let them hear you, and then let them know what you thought at judgeszone.com.
Weston Anderson doing Weston Anderson things with literally 1 second remaining on the clock. He gets the big air, crashes that Monster Jam truck. Let's see, scores are locked in. Score to beat, that 9.508, which is Ringling Bailey Circuit. The score for Gravedigger is 9.088. He's giving you the thumbs up. He's happy with that one. Second place for Team Gravedigger in a Monster Jam Freestyle. We got one more competitor remaining here in the freestyle competition. He took the freestyle win a few hours ago. Can he do it again? Celebrating 25 years of the Crazy Bull. Coming up next, it's Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Scored now. Christina, what a Loco save.
Unbelievable stuff. Each and every competitor really is throwing down heaters of freestyles. He's the crazy bull for a reason. Let's see what you guys thought, all right? He's doing a little dance down there. All right, let's take a moment. Let him dance. Go ahead, Fernando. You can dance it out. All right, we're going to remind everybody right now that score to beat is Ringling Bailey Circuit, a 9.508. The score for El Toro Loco is a 9.117. Second place in Monster Jam Freestyle, but that means the winner of the freestyle competition representing Team Ringling Bailey Circuit, the Princess of Carnage, Brianna Mahan. But Monster Jam fans, that's not all. In an epic turn of events, it came down to 1 point. Your BKT overall event champion, Team El Toro Loco. Team El Toro Loco taking the win. The BKT overall event championship, Fernando Martinez, AJ Roseboro, the fourth one for them of the 2026 season, officially dethroning the hot streak of Team Gravedigger right there. An amazing ending, a nail biter, that was for sure, Monster Jam fans. It came down to the freestyle competition, which ultimately helped determine our BKT overall event champions. I see some trophies down there on the pod. David, take it away.
Congratulations, Team El Toro Loco, AJ Roseboro, Fernando Martinez, taking your fourth overall event championship here in Freestyle Mania. Milwaukee was loving it. AJ, Fernando, you were killing it here on the track. Let's talk to him. AJ, what's going through your mind?
Hey, I'm just happy to be here with my hometown with all my friends, and it couldn't be a better night. Fern kicked some butt, so it was great.
Of course, and Milwaukee was loving every bit of it along the way. Fernando Martinez, you took down Team Gravedigger to find yourself back on top of the pod.
Yeah, if somebody's got to do it, why not us? I was sitting in my truck watching Weston go and being like, man, why are you so good, dude? You're making my job hard. We went out there, we proved to the world that El Toro Loco, we can run with the best of them. Muchas gracias a toda mi gente que están aquí. I love you guys. Every El Toro Loco fan in the stands, we see you, we appreciate you, and we keep coming back to Milwaukee because of you. Thank you.
Mi gente, make some noise for Team El Toro Loco. And of course, we have to catch up with the freestyle winner, Brianna Mahan, joined here by Greg Duffy. Brianna, another freestyle win. Of course, Bailey Circuit joining us. That is number 3 for you on the year. You are on fire when it comes to freestyle, Bri.
Yeah, you know, we've been struggling today. We had some transmission issues and just different things going on with the truck, but you know what? We came back with a vengeance here in freestyle. I absolutely love coming up here, and you know, I just want to keep bringing home these wins. Me and Greg here, we're so consistent. I've always been a very consistent driver, and that it pays off in the end. Those points always matter, so I'm just so pumped to be back here. Let me hear you, Milwaukee!
Keep it going for Greg Duffy and Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Congratulations one more time. Team El Toro Loco walking away with the BKT overall event championship win. And of course, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit walking away with the freestyle win. Do want to acknowledge Greg Duffy. Glad to see him back out there on the track.
Yeah, and I also want to acknowledge the fans that got on camera today. You guys had so much fun. You made me have so much fun, and I apologize for all of my cheering and screaming throughout the event tonight because, Christina, these competitors, they didn't hold back despite all of the trials and tribulations they went through.
Yeah, today was a lot. Like, let's face it, during the first event, at one point, we had more trucks in the pits than we had on the track. But again, it's just a true testament to the teamwork behind the scenes with our UNOH technicians, our crew chiefs, our drivers, our riders. Everybody pitched in to make magic happen tonight, and you guys got to see it firsthand here in Milwaukee. Before we gotta wrap up, I do want to take a moment and just take a look at our overall series points because, again, little bit of movement here. You can see Team Gravedigger still at the top, but they did lose some ground there with losing 2 points. They came into this event 18 points in the lead. Team El Toro Loco and Team JCB Digatron rounding out the top 3. But we did see, again, some of the points are shrinking. It's wonderful to see the teams, though, kind of picking one another up. And that really is a testament to the teamwork here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. But I hope each and every one of you had as much fun as we did. You had David Mila down there on the track. You had Taylor Olivia at the desk with me. I'm Christina Moore from all of us here at Feld Entertainment. Milwaukee, that was Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.
Never give up, no, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right, let's go. This is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Hey, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster.